Hi, and welcome to Business Minds. I'm Cindy Byrd,
And I'm Melissa Smith.
and we are so excited to be here with you today. We are business coaches, and we discovered by meeting a few months ago that we share the same passion for helping both individuals and businesses thrive. And so we're really excited to be co-hosting this new program called Business Minds. I want to thank Peoria Life for welcoming us into their community of unique programs. We're really thrilled to be a part of that.
Sharing what Cindy said, we both share a passion for helping businesses in the area, and we saw the unique opportunity to share with you via Widecast. And just want to take the opportunity to tell you a little bit behind our why. Widecast has allowed us to come in and take advantage of the uniqueness of the space provided and the platform, and we are going to be able to offer kind of a different texture than a regular talk show and really leveraging the social learning platform. So we know that when you work together and you are open to other perspectives and learning from other people, that you are more prone to take away some of those little nuggets that you learn and actually apply them. And we thought,
Yeah, that's powerful.
It
You know,
is.
when you think about all of the learning that takes place in our lives, a lot of it is informal. 90% of all learning is informal, and 20% of that is from social learning, learning with and from other people.
And Widecast offers the opportunity for something that is so important in our society nowadays, and that's passive learning, passive consumption of media, of listening. And so the platform of this show is really to bring in business owners and give them some intimate coaching when the opportunity arises, when the topic fits your business's needs, or if you know someone who could benefit from our topics that we're going to be discussing. But also you, the fans and the supporters and the listeners, we really wanted to target understanding and show that understanding that we are willing to meet you where you're at. And so we want you to plug in your headphones and listen while you're walking your dog, or while you're getting in that workout, or while you're going about your busy day. The goal being that you take one little nugget from it, and it might not be something that you can apply right now. It might be something that you think of a week from now, or a month from now, or in a different situation, and you say, I remember Cindy and Melissa said, or something that another business owner shares while they're on the air. Those little nuggets of insight, just to give you the opportunity to grow and learn about a new perspective, is really why we're here. That shared passion between us to help business owners is really what this is all about. The opportunity to reach out to the masses and share what we have in our hearts. And I don't think that we would be business coaches if we didn't have some kind of goal in mind for this. And I know personally, one of my goals for this opportunity is to have fun. I want to have fun while I'm up here.
We might be talking about some serious subjects from time to time, in all fairness, but I'm a big believer that you can still have fun while you're doing it. We want it to be very interactive and engaging, and to be a positive experience, of course, for our listeners and, of course, our guests that are going to be on the show as well.
Yep.
You know, that interactive coaching format is so exciting to be able to do that in the moment, for them to take away nuggets from us, of course, with our expertise, but learning from the other people in the room too, the guests that will be here with us. That's just invaluable, in my opinion. And like you said, you might not use it right away, the information that you've gained, the new knowledge, but it could be something that you'll choose to apply down the road. There are spots open for guests to come. We're going to give you information at the end of the program of how you can contact us by email or on our Facebook page, and let us know that you're interested in being a guest with us today. We are going to pick a theme that will run through each month of our programs, and then that theme will be broken down into related topics each week. So we want suggestions too.
We will be opening that up. So we do have a Facebook page that we recently started. We will be opening that up for polls. We wanted to offer this opportunity today for you guys to just kind of get a taste of what we're all about. Cindy and I enjoy being together, and so we thought we would be able to bring that energy through this platform. And we also enjoy the opportunity to speak from our heart. So I think as business owners, we can all appreciate that speaking from our heart is really important. The relationship aspect of business is, if not the most important, one of the most important aspects that we want to be able to resonate through our message. So by coming in here, we're unscripted. We do have discussions and we do share our point of views with each other, but we are very much unscripted because speaking from our heart is important. As a business coach, I like to tell my clients that I meet them right where they're at. I meet them where they're at on that day, what they have to bring to the table, and we will figure out the solution and think through things from that point moving forward, having a plan in mind. And that leads us to our topic for today, which is actually vision and mission. We wanted to talk about the topic of vision and mission and infusing your personal passion and purpose through your business's vision and mission, because it really is the foundation for what you do. Many times business owners will think, oh, I know what I want to do, I don't need to write it out, or I know what I want to do, I don't need to develop a mission statement. And time again, I've come in front of people and said, well, what's your vision and your mission? And the reason those are so important is because time is our most precious resource. Gaining that clarity around how you spend your time is really important, so that at the end of each day, you know that you spent your time in a forward-moving state, giving you the confidence to know that progress is possible and that you're working towards an end goal or an end vision that is attainable, achievable, and just really fires you up. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, something's wrong. So vision and mission is super important, and that was why we wanted that to be our opening topic for today.
Yeah, the month of January, the rest of our shows will all center around the theme of planning. You know, it's the first of the year. Everybody's thinking about what do we want to accomplish through our business? What do I personally want to accomplish? Setting goals. And that can be, as Melissa said, a risk. If you just plunge in and start creating goals for this is what I want to do through my business this year, then it might be that you're pursuing either the wrong goals or you're pursuing goals that are not aligned with a vision and a mission. I absolutely agree that the vision and mission is a foundational element of any business. When I help businesses with their branding, that's one thing I can usually see. When the brand is not clear, it's probably because there's no clear vision and mission to begin with. So taking a branded approach to vision and mission is what I do with businesses, and it comes out of that passion. Yep. Some people say to me, well, I don't know what my vision is. If you look in the dictionary, what's the definition of vision? It's a mental image. It's some future state that you can see, right?
Yep.
And it is future oriented. That's very, very clear. Where a lot of businesses are surprised when I work with them is when I tell them this vision should be something for the world. And I'll never forget one lady said to me, well, I don't think I can change the world. Could I just have a vision that's for Peoria?
Well, you can,
and I
but
said,
it's still changing the world.
I said, yes, and that's what we'll do when we get to your mission. So I talk about these terms both when I'm working with an individual on their personal brand, with their vision and mission, but I also work with the businesses, of course, and organizations on their vision and mission. So it is, thinking about what is that bigger impact that you want your business to have on the community and the people you've chosen to impact. What's the big difference that you see out there that the world needs and that you want to support and be a part of?
So a good place to start with vision and mission is differentiating the two. I know sometimes there's a little fuzziness, there's a little gray area. Well, are they the same thing? How do I tell the difference between my vision and my mission? And so this weekend, in thinking and preparing for offering you guys something that you could take away with, Cindy and I discussed, well, let's discuss the difference between a vision and a mission. And I think starting with what each answers is super important. So a vision answers,
Why?
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Whereas a mission answers,
What do you do?
so why and what? Why is something that comes that you can see. It's big, and it comes from the heart. It is very much something that, why do you wake up every morning? Well, you woke up for a reason. Why are you going into business? And I think of the different businesses that I work with, and each of their whys serve a separate purpose, even though they may cross over into some of the same space. The why behind why you get up every morning and do what you do, why you took the risk to open that storefront, why you step out in faith every day doing what you do for the good of, I've not yet met one business owner that says why, oh, well, to make money. There's no one that operates out of just the desire to make money. There's something deeper within us all, and that's why your vision is a matter of the heart. Whereas mission is doing. It comes from the head. It comes from the grind of what you need to do, how you need to get it done, and it's the tangible element that provides purpose, direction, and the reason for existence.
Absolutely. And, when you think about people's behavior, whether you're talking about your customers' behavior or your employees' behavior or even your own behavior as the business owner, there are two ways to influence behavior. You can manipulate it, you can inspire it.
Yes.
And obviously, I think you can pick up on the fact that Melissa and I are all about coming from the camp of inspiring.
Yes.
That is where you engender loyalty, whether you're talking about loyalty from your customers or loyalty from your employees. There's an old story that some of you maybe have heard about the employee who is saying, oh, I'm just laying bricks, where the other employee says, I'm building a cathedral.
Right.
He could see the bigger vision. And as the business owner, if you're not clear on what your vision is,
they won't be either.
They won't be either. And that's another point that I wanted to bring out in why this is such a significant thing. Oftentimes, people start with describing what they do.
Right.
And as Simon Sinek said in his book, Start With Why, he points out that people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Mm-hmm. And so it's easy when someone walks up to you and says, tell me about your business, you launch into typically what your business does. Right. And
I fall guilty of it myself as a business coach. I had someone just ask me this past weekend, what do you sell? And I thought, what do I sell? And it's challenging. That is the intention of a vision, is to challenge and inspire. Going back to the bricklayer example, it's not challenging to lay a brick. There's no desire to do a little bit better in laying a brick. It's challenging to build a cathedral. So you're inspired to try a little bit harder to reach that bigger goal, that ultimate goal. So the vision is very much intended to challenge and inspire, and it describes a future or a successful or accomplished state. In most cases, a person's vision or their why is unchanging, unlike a mission statement that your mission can very well change over time.
And it should. It should be reviewed periodically, definitely, because there's a step in between creating your vision and mission. Your vision is most likely arising from your values, your beliefs, what you're passionate about, as we've talked about this morning. Your mission has to also be such that what you're doing is delivering the value that your customers are looking for, right? So there's another step in there to figure out what is it that is going to provide the greatest value. What is it your customers want and need the most? And think about employees that you're going to have working for you too. So understanding the value that you want to create is a piece in creating what you will do.
So in the middle of that, you've got vision and mission. While they are both foundational, there's something that needs to fill in the gap of vision and mission. So you lay your bricks, and like any bricklayer, they would then go and they'd put the mortar to fill in the holes and bind it all together. And what's the mortar of that foundation, the vision and mission foundation? In walks passion and purpose. So that brings us to the element of vision and mission that really makes it your own. It really makes it applicable to you, and it's what lights your fire. It's what gets you up in the morning. Without a vision, direction is unknown. Without a mission, the why of what you are doing what you're doing is a mystery. Infusing those with your passion and purpose brings it all together and makes it cohesive and synergistic.
Oftentimes I'll sit down with an individual if I'm working on personal branding with them, or business if I'm working on their business brand, and we're talking about creating a vision, and they're not even sure where to start. So I've developed a method where they actually go back and explore their values, their beliefs, their passions. Those are the things that have shaped who you are up to this point in your life. And I'll even have people go back and examine their life story if they're not real sure, what are those strongest values and beliefs and passions that are guiding and informing their life and have been all along. Somewhere in there, there's an indication of what is that big impact that you want to have, and the purpose that your business is flowing from.
That purpose, we go back to the word purpose, and it can seem daunting. Understand that it may seem a little overwhelming, but can be something as simple as writing out a personal purpose statement that perhaps you're not going to share with anybody else. If you write out a personal purpose statement, what is your purpose in life? Wherever your faith lies, if it lays with God, knowing that He put you on this earth for a specific purpose. You have a mission for being here. What is that purpose? That is between you and your heart and what carries you through day by day. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. I always encourage people never to mistake easy and simple. Simple is one step at a time. It may be challenging. It may be a little difficult. You might have to dig a little bit. But a personal purpose statement is always a powerful place to start because it is just that. It's personal and it's intimate to you and your purpose, why you're here.
And that can be done after you explore those values and beliefs. I have people write a personal credo. Some people call it a manifesto. And it's just a list of fill in the blank. I believe that. And then go on from there, because your beliefs are coming out of the values that you have.
And your business is going to act like
absolutely
you want it to act, and it's going to think like you want it to think, and it's going to look like you want it to look. And acknowledging those values and that purpose up front is so important because eventually it's going to come through. Eventually it's going to be infused in there, and not acknowledging it at the forefront might prove to be challenging because some values that you did not intend for your business to think, act, and speak like, as the E-Myth coaches and Michael Gerber would say, your business is going to think, act, and speak like you think, act, and speak. Sometimes that's a hard reality for a business owner to look and think, well, my business is a mess, or my business, I'm getting customer complaints, or my business is missing deadlines. It's challenging to look at a business owner and say, how are you thinking? How are you looking? How are you acting? Because your business is going to look like you. It's going to act like you. And recognizing that personal purpose up front helps you acknowledge the values that you want, that you are really purposely trying to get to come through in your business, infuse through your business. So in working with people, vision and mission seems very abstract when in fact, if you don't give it the time and attention that it needs up front, it's going to come through anyway. And not giving it the time and attention that it deserves, because it is a foundational element, might look a little messy by the time you look back over what values have crept through if you haven't intentionally given them the time that they deserve.
And this doesn't just apply to startup businesses. You might think, well, I've been in business 5, 10, 20 years. How could I benefit from a vision and mission statement? Or maybe you already have a vision and mission statement. It's always a good idea to review existing vision and mission statements and say, are they still relevant, especially that mission statement? Are we still doing things that are creating value for the people that we're serving? And if you never had a vision and mission statement, let's say you've been in business for 3 to 5 years and you didn't create those things up front, it's not too late. It's important because they are, as we keep saying, a foundational piece. They are your North Star that you're going to align everything else to.
And they affect marketing, they affect sales, they affect
brand.
how you reach out to people, how people feel when they leave your business. So 3 points of having this purpose infused with your values and building it into a vision and mission. The first being, it helps differentiate you. So
Absolutely.
it's going to help set you apart. We need all the help we can get in reaching our target market, our target audience. And knowing that your business is infused with your values is going to absolutely help differentiate you from the person 7 blocks away. And your target market will drive 7 blocks further to get to you if your values infused make your business think, look, and act differently than the one down the street. So, underestimating the foundational elements of vision and mission infused with passion and purpose are actually doing your business a disservice, because it does influence your marketing. It does influence how many customers will drive that extra mile to get to you. And it does infuse how you empower employees. You can even do this with your employees. So recognizing your personal points of purpose and taking stock of what you have right in front of you, you can latch on to those unique differentiators that you have right in front of you and leverage those. Leverage the passion of your employees. Leverage the passion of the people that are willing to invest in you, and take that and infuse it through that vision and mission, differentiating your business from every other one. And that's what's going to make people come to you. So it affects brand. Greatly
Absolutely
affects
brand. I have worked with a number of businesses doing either an initial branding project with them or a rebrand. And the rebrand, usually I'm finding that business doesn't have a vision and a mission. They don't have those foundational pieces. And they're wanting to move forward with putting operational procedures in place. They want to hire new
And why?
people.
Because they say, I don't have time to do a vision and mission. And I would argue you don't have time not to do a vision and mission.
There's
if you're going
nothing-
to
yeah.
invest money in coaching,
It's not aligned.
right, invest money in consulting, call these people to work for you every day and pay them to get results that you expect, you can't afford not to have a vision and mission, because you are ensuring that by having a powerful vision and mission infused with your passion and purpose, that they are all moving in the same direction. And you can tell by a person's actions, by the way they show up to work every day, whether they're on board with your vision and mission. So I argue that you can't have time not to have a vision and mission.
When the connection to branding is, in my opinion, the biggest connection outside of it's going to help you align everything internally, it's like shouting from the rooftops with crystal clarity.
I tell my kids
that this is what we're all about. This is why we do what we do, and this is what we do. And interestingly, there's brain science behind this, and you're going to hear me talk about brain science through a lot of the shows, because it's absolutely fascinating. And after all, this is called Business Minds. But the brain science behind it is the why appeals to the limbic brain, which is where it's our emotional center of the brain.
Sure.
When you launch first by telling people what you do, that appeals to the prefrontal cortex, the logic, the analysis, and nothing wrong with that. But we all know when you make that powerful emotional connection with people, that's really what it's all about. That's where you're going to engender that longer term brand loyalty, customer loyalty, employee loyalty, all of that.
And at the end of the day, from a customer perspective, people want to spend their money where it makes them feel good. They don't want to come into a place and spend their money and have no emotional connection. They are attached to that exchange. And so ensuring that they have that emotional connection grows that loyalty. It grows that likelihood that they're going to come back.
It can be something as small as a lemonade stand. Let me tell you this story. This summer, I think about this all the time. I mean, it's what I do through my business. But I saw a news segment of a little girl who had a lemonade stand for the purpose of raising money for St. Jude. Are
That's
you
the
going to
why,
go? Are you
right?
going to go to? That's her why. Are you
Right.
going to go to
The Kool-Aid's down the
yeah,
road.
the one down the road where you don't have a clue what these kids want to do with this money? Maybe
Right.
they want to buy the latest video game. Nothing wrong with that, but we are drawn to
The why.
higher causes. We just are as human beings, and I think that analysis that I did of that lemonade stand is perfect comparison to how you can do that in your own business too, no matter what you're selling.
And you are shouting from the rooftops. I tell my kids all the time via social media, don't put anything on social media that you wouldn't stand on the mountaintop and yell, because that's what you're doing. That's how you're going to reach 100 people or 300 people. And the sign on the front of your building or your business card or your Facebook page does the same thing. So if you wouldn't stand on the mountaintop and scream it, I wouldn't suggest anybody put it out in front of a building. And understanding the why behind what you do is just, it keeps you going. It's going to give you the warm and fuzzies that we all want in how we spend our time and our energy, and it's going to attract people to you. That said, part of our why is here. We hope that our passion comes through in our discussions, in our live coaching, and in this unique platform that we get to use. And again, we thank Peoria Life for having us, and we want to share with you our topics that are coming up for January in hopes that something will resonate with you and really just draw you to us so that we can help infuse our passion in through your business, and understanding that as business coaches, we are here to meet you where you're at, not try and get you to start all over, but understand that there are certain foundational elements that really will give you a sense of peace moving forward. Vision and mission being one of them, but as Cindy mentioned earlier, we're going to pursue some other topics in January that will really help get your year off to a good start. We're excited to have some guests join us. We already have some confirmed reservations, so that's exciting.
Absolutely. So for the rest of January, keeping with our theme of planning, next week on the 23rd, our topic is strategic objectives and defining key strategic indicators. Sounds a little dry and boring. It's not. We are going to bring a lot of great fun and engaging discussion on that. On January 30th, it's developing an organizational strategy and a framework to move you towards your vision. We've talked about the importance of vision today. It's not any good if you don't have things aligned to that. So that's where you're going to learn more about that. So if you are interested in being a guest on our upcoming shows on either the 23rd or the 30th or beyond, please email us. You can reach us at businessminds@email.com or message Business Minds on Facebook. Let us know which date you prefer, and we'll share further details about what we need from you and how you get involved with that. You can use our Facebook page too, use the email businessminds@email.com to also send us topics that you'd like to see us cover on future shows. And
we're open to suggestions. We are
wanna
very
hear-
excited to be here.
We want to hear, let's say it together,
What's on your
business
business
mind?
mind?
That's what we're really interested
Yep.
in learning from you. We are so thrilled to have the opportunity to start our year off with introducing you to Business Minds. We're so excited that you chose to join us today. We look forward to it. Have a great rest of the day. And anything else you want to add, Melissa?
Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next week.
Thanks. See you next week at Tuesday.
PeoriaLife.com